Sorry, camera just zoned out. You know, people are sheep. They can have all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? They can have everything, but they're sheep. They're cattle. Okay? You can be a bum. You can have nothing. But you're not cattle. You're not a sheep. So you become a threat to the spiritual powers. And what happens is they target you. Because you're destroying them. There's been times when I've been in prayer and I would hear voices crying, begging me, stop, please. Those are evil forces. They're like, please stop. And, and I'm just like, yo, hold on. I gotta pray. I gotta give the Most High's due. I gotta get the Father His glory. They're like, please stop. No, I can't. So that's what happens when all these people will target you, come against you. They don't even know why they mad at you. They just mad with you. There's something about him. I knew there was something. You don't know nothing. I'm telling you, people, lay off that shit. I'm listening to my gut right now about this person. Lay off that shit. You gotta judge the person first. You gotta test them first. You gotta see first, cause that gut shit, that be them spirits, man. Them spirits will jump on your ass and make you think that this person is wicked, and you doing all kind of crazy shit to them on a belief system that you created about them. That's why even for me, I'll be watching myself like, calm down, bro. Like, watch yourself. But lately, my message has been general. Like, whoever is into the sick and wicked shit and hurting innocent people, Most High gonna destroy you. I'm not singling people out. I'm not saying that this particular person is this or this particular person is that. I'm saying in general, whoever indulges these activities, the Most High is going to judge you. I'm not saying that this person is doing this or this person is doing that. You got to lay off that, I have a feeling about this guy, he's bad, so I'm going to attack him. That's some principalities attacking you. A lot of you cats, people in the spiritual attack, you don't even know it, because you attacking this person because every time they come around you, you feel something. Yeah, that's not smart. That is not smart. But like that Hollywood star said, she said, at this point in time, I don't think there's a God. I know there's God. Even Andrew Tate, he said he was an atheist. He didn't believe in God till the devil came. He didn't believe in God till the devil came. Because if there's demons, there's the Satan, there's darkness, there's like, why do we have to do all of these things that make no sense? And you realize what these things are, and they're satanic rituals, right? Why are we doing this? There has to be God. So now when you express to the people, listen, it's a trick bag, it's a trick bag, it's a trick bag, go back, it's a trick. What do you mean it's a trick? God's the one who making people do this crazy shit so he can punish them. Go back. Don't fall into the trap. What do you mean God's the one that's doing this? The Bible says that God don't do evil. You gotta read it clearly. God has also made the day of evil for the wicked. Evil. He made the day of evil. The 24 wise men bowed down in heaven, threw their crowns down, and they said, all things were made for thy pleasure's sake. I make the dark and light. I, the Lord, do these things. Satan had to present himself before the Most High with the angels. And best believe that Satan was not up on God's shoulder in his ear, touching his head. No, hell no. Satan went before the Most High, got on his knees, bowed his head, and spoke with his face in the ground. When you realize these things, then you come to your sense, fuck no, fuck Satan. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't want to disrespect nobody. But you like, fuck him. I'm not doing that. So when you do that, you get enemies. Now the Father will let the spirits attack you to see if you hold firm. When you hold firm, it don't matter no more. Nothing can stop you. Why is that? Because you appease the wrath of the Father. it's a trap, it's a trick. The Most High is the one who inspires the evil. People say, well, how can I believe in a God that makes you act like this and tells you to behave like that? You gotta fight. You gotta fight the urges. You gotta fight the urges. It's a battle. You gotta fight the urges. You're into homosexuality, into lesbianism, into even pedophilia. You gotta fight those urges. You gotta fight that shit and not give in. Because in all those three things I mentioned, those people feel as though the way a man desires a woman is the way they desire those things. So it's serious pain that they go through, but they gotta fight it. They can't give in to it. And the longer you fight it, the more you're gonna lose taste for it. But it's a battle. That's why I'm grateful that my vices are not so deadly. Because we all are fucked up in this world. But we all gotta fight. We all gotta fight. But when you become targeted because of the word of God, people ain't targeting you. You're not dealing with people. You're dealing with spirits. You're dealing with powerful principalities. Some of my enemies in the spiritual realm are so powerful. I seen them cover up the sky. I seen the face of a dragon looking down at me, ready to devour me. That's how powerful my enemies were. I'm not gonna say all because the Most High subdued them. Also understand that you fight against some powerful forces. Don't look up in the heavens and the clouds and think you looking up, you think it's an angel. That's a demon. He wants to cheat, or it wants to destroy you. I had a dream one time. I was yelling at the clouds. I was cursing them the fuck out. I said, "You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall." I started yelling at the clouds. "You're gonna fall." And as I'm saying that, mist came on the ground because they were motherfucking falling. When you really understand this, you understand that this world is nothing. When you understand the vastness of the Most High, you be like, okay, I see why things are the way they are. I see why he says, greater is he that's in you than the world. Okay, I see why. This world is a playground. So don't think, you get a feeling that that person's evil. And don't think if you see a creature in heaven and it smiles, don't think that's an angel. It can be a demon. Okay? You gotta respect your enemy. Because when you don't respect your enemy, he's sending a false Christ, and that false Christ feeds you. That false Christ raised you up, and then that false Christ exposed that it's been the devil the whole time. And then your faith is totally destroyed. You know how many men have been destroyed because they put their trust in Antichrist? And then when the Antichrist revealed himself, it totally destroyed that man's faith. You gotta respect the enemy. Fear him to a slight degree. You only fear the Most High, but you gotta respect the enemy. When you respect your enemy, when you fear him to a slight degree, he can't get you. That's why I'm still here, because I respect my enemies and fear them to a slight degree. Some people may say, I was arrogant, they're misreading me. I respect my enemies. When you respect the enemy, it's hard for him to destroy you. The enemy wants you to be arrogant. The enemy wants you to be proud. The enemy wants you to be overly confident because it's easier for you to slip up. But when you respect the enemy, you're not overconfident. You say, let the Father's will be done. If I go out tomorrow and I get hurt and I could be possibly dying, then that's what the Father wants, then so let it be. But I'm going to pray for safety, peace, prosperity, and wealth. Then you can't lose. You're invincible. Because even if you lose, you ain't lose because you know it's the Father's will. It'd be crazy. People taunt you. They'll taunt you. They'll make fun of you, saying, this, and this is going to happen to you. And when in your reality, you're ready to lay your life down for Christ. It was a pastor. Which pastor was I? Oh, goodness. He said something that was very powerful. He said the enemy fears you because he can't beat you. Because even if he kills you, he can't beat you. Nothing can beat you. When you accept that, when you accept death for Christ, when you accept persecution for Christ, you can't be beat. You can't lose. It's hard for people to plot on a righteous man, because the righteous man is ready to lay his life down. The righteous man is ready to suffer persecution. How can you beat that? How can you laugh at that? How can you say that person is going to fall? That person can't fall because he already threw his life away. She already threw her life away to serve Christ. He's ready to die for Christ. You can't defeat that. That's why when people try to get in your head and play mind games with you, you can't let that worry you, because you got to understand, you've already decided that you'll die if need be for Christ's sake. You got to put on the consciousness of the disciples. When they were persecuted, they rejoiced. They were happy to be put in prison. They were happy to be beat. But even when they were put in prison, they was let right back. They was let back out because having them in jail was too much heat. Why were they let back out? Because the spiritual powers say if they're in prison, they're going to pray relentlessly. That's damage to our kingdom. We don't need that. Why do you think the powers, they just kill the prophets? They don't imprison them. They don't torture them. They just kill them. Because the more they suffer, the more they imprison, the more they cry out, the worse they get to their kingdom. Analyze the scriptures. When are prophets really held in captivity for long periods of time? They're not. They're just killed. Because the longer they suffer, the more they cry out. But for some prophets, they're not going to see death, nor they're going to see, nor will they see affliction, because they're complete. They're just waiting now. That's why Christ said to Peter about John, who is you if you wait until I come? Now, what does that mean? What it means is this. A lot of people think John's immortal. No, he's not immortal. What it means is that when he incarnates in the earth, he's not going to be killed. He's going to die a natural death. So eventually, when he reincarnates in the final days, he's going to see the return of Christ. He's not going to be killed as a martyr. That's why people were saying that John was immortal. No, whenever he comes into the earth, he's going to live till he's an old man. No one's going to be able to kill him. Then he'll die of natural causes, and when he reincarnates, the same thing will happen until the end, and then he's going to see the return of Christ. Some disciples are not going to see the return of Christ because they're going to return with him. But John's going to see the second coming with his fleshly eyes, whether he's an old man or whether he's a young man. So when you please the Father, you get the treatment of John. John represents multitudes of the elect. That all the 12 disciples in their characteristics represent the community of the men and women that are part of the elect. John represents a number of men and women that are not going to die. They're going to see the second coming of Christ. If you try to kill them, they won't be killed. It's not just one man. John represents thousands and thousands of men and women. Peter represents thousands and thousands of men and women. There's thousands of Peters that have fallen away and came back and strengthened the brothers. There's thousands of James and John. There's thousands of Philips. They represent multitudes of the elect. Okay? So, but back to the main theme, is a trick bag. The energy that's coming out now for the elect is that the elect is tired of telling people to repent. It's like, we know God's real. If you don't want to do the right thing, then you're going to see the damnation. That's because she said it. Look, my salvation's intact. I'm doing this out of compassion. But it's getting to the point where the elect, because I can feel it in my spirit, is going to stop talking. As soon as the elect stop talking and trying to convince you to do right, that's when that judgment going to come. What you have to understand is that the Most High controls all things. He is the puppet master. He's in the highest heaven. His ego, which is on the throne, is in the highest heaven, and he controls the heaven beneath him. He controls the heaven beneath him. He controls the heaven beneath that. He controls the heaven beneath that. He controls the heaven beneath that, beneath that, beneath that. He controls the heaven over the earth. He controls the heaven in the earth. He controls the heaven on the earth. He controls the hell beneath the earth. And in all of these heavens are principalities and powers, and he controls all of them. He is the puppet master. It's a giant trap. It's a trick bag. Right now, your elect is telling you people, stop, go that way, go that way. The Most High is deceiving you. These principalities are damned. They're doomed. They know that. They know they're going into the fire. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to drag everyone down with them. But the prophets, the elect, are saying, go back, go back. We figured it out. The Most High is the one doing all of this shit. The one you call God, the one you call Allah, the one you call Yahweh, the one you call Yahweh, he's the one doing all of this. Some people can say that this is a sick joke. He's the one who's doing all of these things, man. And once you realize that, you're in shock and awe. You love the Father, but you're terrified of him. Because you say, Father, it's all an act. This is your theater. This is your show. You are an artist. You fear him, of course, but you realize the truth. It's a trick bag. Satan is a puppet. The powers of darkness are puppets. We're all puppets. But right now, the elect is having compassion on you. They're trying to tell you, look, don't do that shit, because what the wicked is doing is bad. But what the Most High has prepared for them is going to be so severe that the wicked is going to want to suffer the things that they did to the righteous, to the innocent. All the torture they put on people, they're going to want to go receive that instead of being tortured the way the Most High has prepared. Christ said it's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be bad for the wicked, man. It's going to be bad. So, I have compassion and I have fear. I have fear because I don't want to be caught up in that number. I don't want to be the one that's in the lake of fire. And after the lake of fire, your soul's going to be reincarnated in prison, darkness and torture. I don't want that. So I'm pushing out the word because I fear that, and I'm pushing out the word too because I also have sympathy for people, man. Look at this poor guy. This guy doesn't understand what awaits him if he continues doing this madness. Look at this woman. She don't understand what awaits her. Everyone laughs and laughs and laughs, but when the Most High gets hold of them, man, it's going to be bad. And what makes you more sympathetic is that you was once like that. You was once, man, don't tell me about that shit. I was, me personally, I was an atheist. I was an atheist, man. I wasn't going on the wrong path. I mean, I was on the right path. Like, if someone was to look at my life, like, in a human standpoint, I'm like, yo, this man Al got it going on, but I was on a bad path, man. And the Most High had mercy on me because he flipped my life upside down and beat the shit out of me. If you can see me in the spiritual world with the Most High, he had a belt whipping my ass. Bow, 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 bow. Sometimes I still get my ass kicked. But it was good for me because now my soul is not gonna, Lord willing, I don't know what the Most High will do. Hopefully my soul don't see the damnation, because you can live a righteous life and at the end of it you do one wrong thing, the Most High will get rid of you. So I hope I receive the mercies of David, because David did some evil shit and the Most High still forgave him. I want to receive the mercies of David, the unusual connection that Samson had. I want to get the second chance that Jonah got. Prophets have died worse deaths for doing lesser things than Jonah did. Jonah in total disobeyed the Most High. Most High gave him a second chance, and then Jonah in total disrespected the Most High. Jonah disobeyed the Most High, which should have resulted in death. The Most High gave him a second chance. Then Jonah blasphemed the Most High. He said, "Kill me." And instead of the Most High killing him, the Most High made a plant grow to give him comfort. I want the relationship that Jonah had with the Most High. Who was Jonah? The Most High the Most High went out of his way to make this man feel comfortable. He forgave him, gave him a second chance, tried to make him feel comfortable. I want the relationship that Jonah had. Forget everything else. I want the relationship Jonah had. Jonah got a second chance. Jonah got comforted, got a pat on the back. Man, I want to be Jonah. If I could be a prophet, I want to be Jonah because I got room to fuck up. Excuse me, pardon me. I want to be Jonah, man. Forget that. I want to be like Samson. I want to be like David. Them dudes live terrible lives, bro. This dude David was constantly in trouble, constantly on the run from somebody, and even on his deathbed, he had to deal with agitation. Samson just couldn't get it together, and in the end, had to pay with losing his 2 eyes, being tortured, probably was sodomized. Nah. Everybody want to be the hero until they got to suffer a hero's fate, man. Nah, I'm cool. I'd rather be the guy in the background that watches the fight and goes home every day. I'd rather be the guy in the background that says, "Wow, he really did it," than to be the guy that's actually doing it. Because the pain that comes with it, the heartache, the loss, that person's energy is so unique. You're not feeling anything unique. You're feeling that person's heartache that won't heal. They've suffered too much. It won't heal. You're feeling that trauma, and it feels good to you because that's what it is. Pain. People love the pain of others because it feels good. That's why you have sports, gladiators. You think that person's energy unique, man? That's heartache. It never went away. It won't go away. It's too powerful. Some trauma, some heartache is so devastating, it destroys you forever, man. So when it comes down to, who I would want to be, I'd rather be Jonah. Give me Jonah. That man fucked up. Got a second chance. Then told the Most High he wanted to die. Instead of the Most High cursing him, the Most High may try to make him feel good. Come on, I want to be Jonah. But back to the main idea, the main theme of today. Well, today. It's about to be today. It's about to be 12 o'clock midnight. Back to the main theme. It's a trick bag, man. And the elects figured it out. Go back. The Most High is the one doing it. How come I have these urges to do sick things? The Most High is doing it to see how you respond. Go back. Go back. Go back. Don't do it. The Most High is the one doing it. What do you mean he's doing it? The religion say that he doesn't do evil. The Most High is the one that makes the evil, man. Let's take off the kid gloves. The Most High does the evil, man. The Most High brings the darkness. When you read the Bible, the Most High says, "Fear not, I'll be with thee through the darkness," because he's the one that brings the darkness. Don't be afraid of people that make fun of you, try to kill you, try to hurt you. The Most High is the one who's making them do that. This is part of the reason why I'm still walking the earth today, because I'm like, come on, Father, you're the one doing it. What do you need me to learn? I'm suffering from extreme depression. I know the Father's the one doing it. I have to learn something. But it's getting to the time where the elect's going to be quiet, even me. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm like, man, Al's quiet. He's not talking. Is he okay? Is he okay? Even people that don't like me, is he all right? At that time, it's approaching soon. That time is coming real soon, man. With once talking, going to be quiet. It's a trick bag, man. How can God allow this evil? He's the one doing it, man. He's the one who makes it. He's the one who creates it. You know, the Most High has made these things in which I love, and He's also made these things in which I hate. Why? Because He is the one. He's the supreme being. He is all things. Someone says that, you know, the God I serve doesn't do evil. You don't serve the Most High. You serve a God. You don't serve the Most High. You serve a deity, and that deity probably doesn't do evil. Why you think whenever you read your Bible, the Most High says, with my right arm, with my right hand? Why? Because the other side is evil. So He's going to take you from His feet and put you next to His throne. Because this earth is low, the lowest. This earth is the lowest. The fact that you can do evil, lie, cheat, and steal and get a level of success shows that this earth is the lowest level. That's why the Most High says that Satan will be on his on his belly. Satan will never ascend to rule in a higher domain. He'll never climb the ladder. That's his punishment. He can only play God in the earth. He can't play God nowhere else. That's his punishment. But even the lowest level, this low earth is going to be fucking taken over by the elect as well. It's crazy, bro. The elect going to take over. Righteousness is going to take over everything. Because it's balanced, man. The forces of darkness in this world, they don't have no balance. They just devour. They don't really have any sympathy. Meanwhile, the righteous, they can devour and have sympathy. The righteous can annihilate a world and then have sympathy for the next world. The wicked can't do that. The Most High only have them one-sided. Only time the wicked don't devour is when the Most High remove them. So you don't do what's right, the Most High let the wicked get you. That's why it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, because the people in the earth sin. Now, why did the people sin? Because the Most High made them sin. Why did the Most High make them sin? So the Most High can give the world into the hands of the wicked. Now, why did the Most High do that? So the Most High can say, look, you can't say that I wasn't fair to you. The wicked, when the righteous come and take over the earth, when they come from their higher level of power, and they come and wage war against the powers of darkness and destroy them, imprison them, the powers of darkness can't cry out to the Father, because the Father's going to say, I had compassion on you. I gave you the world to rule, and you just fucked it up. Most High's going to say, Father, save us, Father, save us. The Father's going, why? I gave you this world. I gave you the saints. I gave you the prophets. I gave you the righteous, and you just devoured them without mercy. You devoured the saints, you devoured the people, you oppressed them. How come rent, everything, bus fare going up, people still suffering? I said to myself that everyone in New York City is eventually going to be evicted from their houses, and then what? They're going to put chains on the doors so no one can go in. Come on, man. So when the Most High takes these powers out of rulership, they can't complain to Him. These principalities, these spiritual powers, they can't cry out. Because they didn't do what was right when they got that's why the Bible says, even though the Most High shows favor to the wicked. What does that mean? The Most High is going to give the world into the hand of the wicked to see what they do with it. Even though the Most High is not, the Most High doesn't see what's on. He knows. He's the one who's doing it. So we gotta, let's erase the idea of the Most High is going to see what they do. No. The Most High is going to just watch His work play out. There is no, the Most High does something, He wants to see what happens. Those are the angels. The angels will see what happens. The Most High doesn't do that. You know, the problem with the Bible is that a lot of these gods that we see, like with Moses, with David, with Solomon, these are angels that are communicating with them. It's not the Most High. That's the problem. Moses was not talking to the Most High on the mountain. He was talking to an angel that represented the Most High. David was not talking to the Most High. He was talking to an angel that represented the Most High. Even when Christ was praying, the Most High didn't come down from the clouds. It was Moses and Elijah, angels. None of the prophets in the Bible spoke with the Most High. They spoke with angels that represented the Most High. That's why the angel that was in with Moses, that's why that angel had a fucking quick temper. Because that was an angel of war. And then you go to the New Testament, the angels that are with the disciples and prophets is the angel of love. Now, when you read the Bible, it was never the Most High, it was angels. Now, some prophets seen an image of the Most High in heaven, but that's about as far as it goes. Like Isaiah seen the image of the Most High in heaven. Stephen seen the image of the Most High in heaven. Now, what Moses saw was an angel that came in a representation. He didn't see the Most High. He saw an angel that came to represent the Most High. Because when you see with your eyes the Most High sitting on the throne, it's like seeing a hologram. When Isaiah saw the Most High wasn't talking to him with a, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't. When it says that the church was shaking, that wasn't his perception. The Most High was speaking to Isaiah telepathically. His perception was shaking. When Daniel saw the angel of the Most High, no one else seen the angel but Daniel. The rest of the men ran because there was a tremor in the ground. Why did the angel cause for the earth to shake? Because the angel wanted to talk with Daniel alone. Now, this angel, what it did was, you want to know why? You want to know why? When they describe angels, the angel's skin look green. Because the angel's consciousness gathers the powers of the environment to create a form to be able to come and talk to someone physically. I'm a conscious. I'm a thought that travels, but I want to speak to this individual face to face. So now I have to manipulate the elements around me, and I have to create a body in which I can speak to this person face to face. You know what I'm saying?